Welcome back to Awesome Bro Bricks and Cars. In today's video, I'll be going over the top 10 LEGO Star Wars sets from 2020. This is my opinion, so if you want, you can leave your thoughts down below in the comments. So starting off at number 10, I have Obi-Wan's hut. I thought this was a pretty good set, not one I got, but it came with the Leia hologram, R2-D2 and Luke, a Jedi training droid, Ben Kenobi, and a Tusken Raider, and then just a small little diorama of Obi-Wan's hut, which I think is a pretty overall good set. Then at number 9, I have the Duel on Mustafar. This set is another diorama. And this came with just Anakin and Obi-Wan from that scene on Mustafar when they are fighting, but it comes with the two little platforms they are on, one being a droid and another platform, and then just one of the kind of inspired things. So I think that's a pretty cool set. Then at number 8, I have Anakin's Jedi Interceptor. This is the one that I have. It came with Anakin with his pilot thing on, and then R2-D2. There is a clip underneath it to hold his lightsaber, as most of these have, and then there are spring-loaded missiles. There are some sticker pieces, but there's a good amount of print pieces. Pretty sure these are, stickers. There's stickers here. And then there's a little slot for R2-D2 to go. And same cockpit piece they've been using for a while. Then at number 7, I have the AAT from 2020. This came with 2 battle droids, Ahsoka Tano, and a 332nd clone trooper, which just or people called them Ahsoka clones. They just had the orange markings on their helmet, and then their armor was 501st. This was a pretty good set. I did do an alternate build on this one. That is a very popular video of mine, so if you want, you can go check that out. But this is a pretty good set. It's just some of the parts easily come off, and it's somewhat inaccurate with some of the guns and stuff, but overall it's a pretty good set. It comes with some good figures. Then at number 6, I have the 501st Legion Clone Troopers set. Some people would probably rank this higher, but just as time's gone on, I've kind of grown to not like it quite as much. But it comes with 3 plain 501st Clone Troopers and 1 jetpack clone. And then it comes with a AT-RT and BARC Speeder, which are both very nice builds. The AT-RT is a little more oversized than I would like, but I think the BARC Speeder is pretty good. They both come with a lot of stickers, which is kind of a bummer, but overall they're pretty good builds. And then it also comes with 2 battle droids, so it's a pretty good way to build up droid and clone army pretty quickly. Then at number 5, I have General Grievous' Starfighter. This might be kind of controversial just because it was very overpriced. But I think overall it was a pretty good set. It's the first of the General Grievous Starfighters I got. There were 2 prior to this one. And the one most recently to this one was pretty good, and I would say comes pretty close to this. This just has some better part usage, I would say. It has gold instead of some of the tan that was used on the previous one. And it's General Grievous not in his Clone Wars style. It's in a more realistic style, and this is kind of how he looks in Revenge of the Sith. And then it comes with an Airborne Trooper, which was the last time we got a waist cape for clones. And then it came with Obi-Wan, who has an inaccurate kind of printing, I think, on the body. It's kind of the Mustafar one, but still, it's a pretty good character. figure. Then at number 4, I have Poe Dameron's X-Wing Fighter. This is one more of the sequel sets from Rise of Skywalker. It's orange and white X-Wing. I think it's pretty cool. And they had the feature again back here with the wings to where you can open them, which is pretty nice. It came with Poe Dameron, R2-D2, another character, I forget her name, and a Knight of Ren, and then a side build of just a little ladder to get into it. And overall, I think this is another great X-Wing build, and I love to see the improvements that they've made over the years. Then at number 3, I have the Razor Crest. This set was somewhat inaccurate with there being the tan rather than the yellow. And a lot of people did some modifications to make the set as a whole better with like the engines and some interior stuff, but which was nice to have a set that it was very easy to do that with. Came with a cockpit that also I made some change that a lot of people made changes to. There's a escape pod. There was a ramp in the back. Then it came with the IG droid, the Mandalorian, Greef Karga, Grogu, and a Scout Trooper. I think this is a very good set based off the first season of The Mandalorian. And it does have a good amount of stickers, but it would be hard to make those details not using stickers. So, and then at number 2, I have the Death Star Final Duel. This came with the new like hood piece for Palpatine, and then it came with 2 of the Royal Guards. Came with Luke Skywalker in his Return of the Jedi fit, and then it comes with Darth Vader with the newer helmet mold. That's the 2 pieces, and I think that's pretty cool. And it came with some sticker pieces, not too many, and a good amount of print pieces too. Yeah, and then finally at number 1, I have the AT-AT. This is a set I didn't end up getting, but it is very similar to some of the older ones where it comes with Luke, Commander Veers, 2 AT drivers, 2 snow troopers, an E-Web cannon, and a snow speeder, which I think is a very good side builds. And then of course it has the AT-AT, which I would say is probably one of the more accurate ones that they have made. A lot more, well, yeah, just a lot more accurate than previous ones. This is a set I do wish I had, but I think out of this list it's probably the best. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video.